Hey everybody, it's me, Lady T, and I'm coming to you today with a DIY using coaster molds, the coaster molds that have texture to them. I don't know any other way to explain it, but anyway, I'm using some purple mica powder, and I'll be using the purple mica powder on all four of the molds. The molds are 4 inches wide, 4 inches round, I should say, and I got them as a set from Amazon. This is mica powder that I've had for, I don't know how long I've had this mica powder, but it's been a while. And as you can see me using a paintbrush, I'm dabbing in the areas where I want the purple to be, and I'm knocking off the extra dust. The reason that I'm knocking off the extra dust is because I was watching a video, I believe it's called Pouring My Heart Out, or Pouring Out My Heart. Pouring my heart out. Pouring out my heart. Anyway, she's on YouTube. She's a very nice lady. And I was watching her do her molds. Now, she makes her own textured coasters. And I'm going to do a live on that one. On how to make your own textured coasters. But I saw her do one without tapping the dust out. And I saw her do one tapping the dust out. I tapped the dust out because I didn't like the effect of it with the dust being in there. And when I say dust, I'm talking about the mica powder. And she cracked me up because every time she talked about it, she kept talking about the dust. Now I'm saying it. But it's the mica powder. And when you brush it in the crevices, it does leave more powder in there than you actually want. Now, if you want the mica powder to stay in there and you don't want to shake it out, it is going to settle at the bottom, which you'll see what I'm talking about. The bottom. This right here is going to be the top. And then the bottom is what I'll show you that later. But you see how much dust was left in there, and you definitely have to tap it out if you don't want the dust to be on the bottom of your coaster mixed with whatever else you're putting in there. Now this is either white or ivory that I'm putting in there because I didn't want them to be all purple. I wanted them to have some type of dual color. And here I'm tapping the white off as well. There's a real logic to this. If you don't tap it out, it's going to settle to the bottom. Now you would say, well, this is the bottom. No, this is going to want to be in the top. So you definitely have to tap out the extra mica powder, because if you don't, it's going to settle, and it's not going to settle nicely. From what I've seen in other videos, it's just a random looking space looking like the galaxies or something. I mean, if you like that type of thing for the bottom of your coaster, that's fine, because nobody's really going to see them. But personally, I just don't like that effect. So I did 4, and now I'm taking the black mica powder, pouring onto the coasters. Now, when I say the back, that black part is going to be the bottom. So if we were to leave the mica powder in there, the extra mica powder, it would settle. And it's weird though, because you don't turn it upside down, but the mica powder floats up to the bottom of the coaster and gives it like that galaxy look to it. At least Pouring Out Your Heart, when I watch her videos, that's what happened on hers. And if you like that type of thing, that's cool, but I didn't want that effect. I might try it later, but anyway. So you see me putting these on my turntable. I was going to leave them on there. However, they weren't looking even. So I eventually took them off and placed them on an extremely flat surface where I knew they were going to set evenly. And here I'm popping out the bubbles. Be careful not to get too close or heat it too long, because the mica powder, the resin will catch on fire. Trust me, I know you don't want to see that. Okay, so now here you see me using the rest of the black for the coaster caddy. That's what I call it. It's the tray that holds the coasters. So I call it a coaster caddy. You want to make sure you fill it up enough, but you don't want to fill over those 4 slats that you see. You don't want to fill over those 4 slats. And there I was getting a little messy, so I had to clean it up. Popping the bubbles on that. And it's a little tricky popping about bubbles on this one because it's so thin. Now, here I am. I had already taken them out because I couldn't wait. But here are the coasters. That one looked like it was a little meanie, didn't it? And those are the textures. And this is how. Now, remember I said I used white? Do you see white in those coasters? Nowhere. So the black turned the white green. And I don't know why. I haven't figured that part out. Can somebody help me? Anyway, here I am putting the coasters in the coaster caddy. And voila. Hope you enjoyed it.